welcome to a new episode. I'm Jack Bigadoo, also known as the Hood Sommelier. Today, we are going to get into the beehive. In August, I posted on my Instagram and said Beyonce and Hennessy were coming with a new whiskey. I've seen so many comments, every single word just skeptical. Why? Because celebrities release suck. It doesn't matter what anybody say. Celebrity whiskeys, tequila, whatever, are not designed for the average person, which is understandable. But this one particularly, I decided to go do a little more of homework. The name? SirDavis, brought out by Beyoncé Knowles and Moët Hennessy. Now, if you understand Moët Hennessy and you know what they do, Moët Hennessy is behind Glenmorangie. They're behind Ardbeg as far as whiskey is concerned. And the man behind it is Bill Lumsden. This guy is a master of maturation. He blends and understand whiskey better than anybody. I've heard him speak multiple times and he knows his stuff. So it goes without saying that if a celebrity had to find someone to make a whiskey, she found the best in the business. Now, this whiskey named SirDavis honored Beyonce's great grandfather, who used to be a moonshiner but never recognized as a black moonshiner. But today she have his name on the bottle. His name is Davis Hogue, and this actually, contrary to what we would think, because Glenmorangie actually makes a lot of single malt, this is a rye whiskey. Now it's 51% rye, 49% malted barley. So it's barely a rye, so legally a rye, but nonetheless it's still a rye. From what I understand, or through my sources, this is a whiskey that took years and a lot of work. Beyonce herself was part of the tasting panel, the tasting process, the building process, starting with normal single malt all the way down. Now, from my sources, Beyonce loves whiskey. So this is not a stamp of approval, take it, go, I'm never going to drink it. She actually enjoys whiskey. So it's a good thing, right? At least she knows what she's tasting, understand it. We've seen brand like, Uncle Nearest with a woman master distiller, Eddie V. Butler. You have, people like Vaughn that were women that people thought it was just a grab money because their background is not in whiskey. But these people are making the best whiskey that we can have out. The truth here is, SirDavis is a rye whiskey. We've seen a lot of rye whiskey. There's no age statement. And obviously, we don't know. The only thing we know is was mature in Houston, Texas, where her origins are. But it's a rye whiskey. Is 88 proof, so 44% ABV. Is very low on the edge, but what do you want? So this is simple. As far as whiskey nerd, this is a rye whiskey with 51% rye, 49% malted barley, finished in sherry cask, come at 44% ABV, 88 proof. Enough talk about the whiskey itself. It looks like from the bottle, this was distilled in Indiana, bottle and finish in Davis in Houston. So Indiana, I don't know if it's MGP or where it is. We don't know. So there is a few mystery around this bottle, but I know a lot of people love Beyonce, and I'm hoping by the time I'm giving my general view of this whiskey, I don't get kicked out of the beehive. So enough talk about the whiskey itself. Let's taste it. I have my wisdom glass here. If you wanna know how to acquire a wisdom glass, just look the link in the bio. You get a code for promotion there. So let's see how this whiskey set. Oh, nice. I actually love the design of the bottle. Is a bottle that actually is easy to hold. I mean, I like how it comes up. It's a nice feel of it. All right, let's pour it. All right, you got a nice pour of it. Now, immediately, I think when it comes to reviewing this whiskey itself, people that don't like rye probably will not gravitate towards it. People that don't like low proof will not gravitate towards it. So there's a few people that are being excluded out of this, this group already. And if you don't like malt and rye, I know the secret 95.5 rye worked for most people. Now, without even nosing it yet, there's a beautiful sweet aroma that is lingering around me already. Just surrounded while you have this nice, beautiful aroma. Those sherry casks, like that wine grapey smell, kind of come around here, right? So it's already amazing coming down from the nose. So yeah, the sherry and the rye definitely takes over. You get those tannin, kind of that older older wood, oaky nose, some rye, some rice spice coming through, and a little bit of sweetness reminding me of apple peel, some cinnamon, and really more the rye and those sherry notes are coming on the nose. All right, cheers. Let's try it. First sip. Okay. First sip. My first impression immediately is it's very soft as a spirit. Now at 88 proof, makes sense. It's soft. It's very sweet for rye. For rye, you get a lot of those like figgy note, but I'm sure that's the influence of the sherry cask. Those figgy note, those peach note, but some tannin coming right in the mid palate, just a little bit of tannin. That rice spice really doesn't hit you where it is. So it's almost unexpected. When you hear rye, you expect those spice, and that the spice is more on the finish. Those rice spice hit you more on the finish. You get that ginger spice, a little bit of those clovey note, but nothing else really. This is really a sipping whiskey. I don't believe is something that I don't know how you hold in a cocktail, because at 88, you may need a little more pour, but it's a simple sipping cocktail. Is very soft and the mouth is very round. It hits everywhere. Second sip. On that second sip, more of the cask influence. Too much more of that sherry. If you don't like sherry cask, this is not for you. And because that sherry cask at the end gives you almost that licorice finish, so the little bit of that bitterness of licorice that comes on the finish, and right at the end of the mid palate, but is you get that nice oiliness, meat, spicy, oaky, and a little bit of bitterness. So that's where I am. MSRP on this is $89. I've seen it at 99. I've seen 109, but it's $89 for an 88 proof whiskey, for a rye whiskey finished in a sherry cask. I feel like you paid more for the bottle than the price itself. There's probably, if you wasn't Beyonce, if you wasn't a high-end brand and a beautiful design bottle, and this was just an average bottle, this is a $35 to $40 whiskey all day, right? All day. But this is definitely a conversational whiskey. It's a simple whiskey. There's nothing to go to church about. It's easy breezy. You can drink this anytime, any day on ice. I feel like this will be the perfect summer whiskey because you can pour it on ice, be outside, and definitely is a cigar drink, as a cigar smoker whiskey. So tell me what you think. Have you tried SirDavis? I've held on to this for a while to really see what people say, but I haven't heard a lot of people say anything. Everybody will drink it and just make faces, but I wanted to review it. First review of 2025. It is SirDavis. Cheers, and make sure you follow, like, and comment, and let me know if you've tried SirDavis. Till the next episode.